One of the things that bothers us most about the daily lives of the cats and dogs who are part of our family is bad breath. This is a problem we frequently encounter from puppyhood to old age, and it can have many causes. Stomach diseases can also be a cause. Parasitic infections are another possibility. But dental and gum problems? These are indeed problems we see in animals at a very high rate. Now, when it comes to gum diseases, pulling the tooth is certainly not a solution. Nor is spraying antiseptic sprays a real solution. Again, tartar and dental plaque are among the main problems that cause serious odor and decay. And we could call it practical. We know that brushing teeth in cats and dogs isn't exactly an easy thing to do. Even though we veterinarians recommend it easily, we also know it's not easy to actually do. So Oracore addresses this dynamic and a very serious problem for the animal, because if there's a problem in the mouth, it turns into a problem with feeding as well. We tried to come up with a brand new solution to shed light on this, again, guided by science. Here, I'd like to briefly talk about postbiotics. We all know how valuable probiotics are. But what kind of value do probiotics actually offer? Just like people, a person is invaluable just by sitting around. It's what we do that makes us important. It's the same with bacteria. They contribute with the chemicals they secrete, which lead to valuable and beneficial processes for health. These chemicals are called postbiotics. In science, the new technology is postbiotics. Let's put it this way to clear up any confusion. Probiotics are good bacteria that provide healthy functions in the body. That's what we used to say. Prebiotics are their food, like fibrous foods or psyllium husk, for example. And postbiotics are actually the tools through which bacteria perform their functions, in other words, beneficial enzymes and chemicals. Postbiotic technologies are now being used more and more frequently in medicine. From where? Bacteria are living things. Therefore, when you give a metabolic signal, you also need to nourish it and send it to its destination. These are challenging. Instead, by providing us with useful products, we directly empower you to perform the actions we want. Tannase is a very valuable postbiotic in the mouth. Here's the thing, it increases circulation in the gums. Wherever circulation and blood flow increase, there is health. Because the bad stuff is removed, regeneration increases, and so on. It increases circulation. It eliminates dental plaque over time with regular use. It eliminates dental plaque. And most importantly, it's not the plaque itself that causes decay. It's what's growing under the plaque. It's the harmful bacteria, and Tannase fights these bacteria and creates an environment that allows a healthy microbiome to form in their place. Therefore, when it comes to plaque, Tannase is a very valuable postbiotic for gum health and preventing cavities. So, did we only add that to Oracore? No. Neem oil, or in other words, neem tree oil. In India, it's called the toothbrush tree, the neem tree. Its extract is extremely valuable. It makes significant contributions to oral hygiene and the oral flora. It's anti-inflammatory. In other words, it helps reduce redness and has deodorizing benefits. In addition to this, it helps maintain oral hygiene and it renews and cleanses the structure. Of course, we've also added different ingredients like sesame oil and olive oil. But just adding them isn't enough. The most important thing is, no matter how high quality the active ingredient you provide is, if it doesn't reach its target, it won't be beneficial. Now, using an oral product in cats and dogs is really difficult. Especially with cats, it's a serious issue. We experience problems like excessive drooling and gagging. Therefore, the active ingredients we give need to quickly reach the target tissue. That is, the gums, and to penetrate between the teeth, we used liposomal technology, A very special drug delivery system that we use frequently. So our active raw materials were encapsulated in liposomes, tiny fat globules, microscopic fat droplets, and each molecule was placed inside the oral core. So no matter where you spray it in the animal's mouth, it immediately penetrates the mucosa, that is, the gums. The active ingredients instantly get under the gums. And from there, they start to take effect. We truly use this product, which emerged after such a special and lengthy R&D process, with great happiness, the result. Because the results in the field are extremely positive. I also use it on my own cats. There's no bad breath, no tartar formation. Thanks to this, their digestion is much healthier too, because they're able to eat food.